loving you. I hurt myself with loving you. Though I don't have the scars to prove, there's pills for what my heart's been through. I hurt myself with loving you. Walk slow for me, baby. Walk slow for me, oh. Eyes closed as you're leaving. I don't wanna see you go. I guess it's in and out. You couldn't even sit me down. Still conscious, but I'm in and out now. Left open and I'm bleeding now, bleeding now. I hurt myself with loving you, loving you. I hurt myself with loving you, loving you. Though I don't have the scars to prove, there's pills for what my heart's been through. I hurt myself with loving you. I wish there was something I could do that wasn't selfish. I've tried and there's nothing left to prove. I guess I'm helpless. So if it's in and out, you're gonna wanna sit me down. Still conscious, but I'm in and out now. Is someone there? I need you now. I hurt myself with loving you, loving you. I hurt myself with loving you, loving you. Though I don't have the scars to prove, there's pills for what my heart's been through. I hurt myself with loving you. Ooh, 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 ooh. inside my heart. All of the tables and all of the chairs, they were ours. Then something changed, then something shifted. I was pushed down. There was no room for me in my life, you'll see. I'm all out of love, I'm all out of grace, I'm all out of feeling this way. I'm all out of hate, there's nothing left to give. Heartbreak has replaced everything that once was. Now I'm all out of love. I used to be blonde, I used to be pretty, I used to be fun, till you used it up and left when you were done. I'm all out of love, I'm all out of grace, I'm all out of feeling this way. I'm all out of hate, there's nothing left to give. Heartbreak has replaced everything that once was. Now I'm all out of love, I'm all out of love, I'm all out of love, I'm all out of I'm all out of love, I'm all out of grace, I'm all out of feeling this way. I'm all out of hate, there's nothing left to give. Heartbreak has replaced everything that once was. Now I'm all out of love. Think I've been here before. I know that I must have met you in a past life. Got my heart on the floor. Go slow. Keep me falling for you all night. Tell me now, you're the one I've been dreaming about for my whole life. Had you on my mind, oh. Hear the sound of your voice in the crowd, calling my name, yeah, you captivate, oh.
to take. Baby, you captivate me. Ooh, with you's where I wanna stay. Baby, you captivate me. Tell me now, you're the one I've been dreaming about for my whole life. Had you on my mind, oh. Hear the sound of your voice in a crowd, calling my name, yeah, you captivate, oh.
everything